All right, let's dive in. Today, we're prepping for those precast molder interviews.
Ooh, nice.
Whether you're just starting out or you're going for a more senior role, we're going to unpack what those interviewers are really looking for and how to make your answers stand out.
Awesome.
It's a pretty cool job when you think about it. Taking those architectural designs, turn them into something real, like those fireplace units you see, the blocks, even those colored tiles you see on buildings.
Yeah.
You're literally the one bringing those visions to life.
It's a really cool job. And you know what? It's a skill set that's in high demand right now, especially with the sustainability movement in construction.
Yeah, totally.
There's huge potential for growth.
Absolutely. So to help you guys out there, let's dive into some real interview questions.
Okay, sounds good.
We pulled these straight from RoleCatcher. That way you'll know what to expect and how to craft those answers that just shine.
Yeah, they're going to love you after this.
Okay, so first up, that classic icebreaker question. What motivated you to become a precast molder?
It seems simple, right? But trust me, they're looking for more than just, I need a paycheck.
Oh, for sure. They want to know you've thought about it, like why this work appeals to you.
Exactly. So ditch the generic answer and think about what specifically excites you, okay?
What?
Is it the precision of creating those molds, that satisfaction of seeing a project come together start to finish?
Oh, yeah. Or maybe it's the challenge of working on large-scale projects, seeing your work become part of, the landscape, the actual buildings around us.
Right, exactly. And that shows you've actually done your homework. You're not just going through the motions.
Just that genuine interest, which is so important.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, next up, experience.
Yeah.
Usually the next question is going to be about that. Something like, what experience do you have in using precast molds?
Okay, so honesty is key here.
Yeah.
If you're new to the field, don't try to fake experience you don't have, right?
Right.
But you can definitely highlight your transferable skills,
Okay, I like that.
even from other areas like woodworking, ceramics,
Ooh, interesting.
even something like baking.
Okay, baking, really.
And I know it might sound surprising,
It does.
but think about it. These often involve precision, attention to detail, working with different materials.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, that makes sense.
All of that is super relevant to precast molding.
So it's about connecting those dots for the interviewer, showing them how those skills can translate.
Exactly. And if you do have experience with precast molds, be specific. Talk about the types of molds you've worked with, the projects you were involved in, even challenges you overcame.
So yeah, it's not just listing things off your resume.
Right.
It's showing what you've learned, that depth.
Absolutely.
Okay, now here's a question that sometimes trips people up. How do you ensure the quality of precast concrete products?
Okay, so this one's all about showing that you understand quality control, those processes.
Yeah.
Interviewers want to see that you take pride in your work and that you really understand how important it is to deliver a high-quality product every time.
Because ultimately, it's the employer's reputation on the line with every product, right?
100%.
So how do you answer this one?
Walk them through your process. Don't just say, I follow the instructions.
Right.
Talk about specific tools or techniques you use, how you ensure accuracy, that consistency.
So like double-checking measurements, using a level, having a system for inspecting the finished product.
Yes, all those details.
Yeah.
That shows you're not just going through the motions. You're actively thinking about quality every step of the way.
And I bet mentioning any relevant certifications or training you have would be huge.
Oh, absolutely.
It shows that commitment to those professional standards.
Yeah, you're invested.
Speaking of that, RoleCatcher's Career Guide for Precast Molders.
Oh, yeah?
It has some really fantastic tips on this, and it really emphasizes that continuous learning, which is, crucial in any trade, but especially one that's moving and evolving as quickly as this one.
Absolutely. Things like online tutorials, workshops, industry events to stay up to date with the latest techniques, all the new materials.
It's that proactive approach.
Yeah.
And I mentioned this in your interview. It really shows that you're committed to that professional development.
Huge plus for any employer.
Yeah, you're not just looking for a job, you're looking to build a career.
Right.
Okay, let's talk about teamwork.
Okay, teamwork.
Interviewers pretty much always ask about how you handle conflict.
All right.
So something like, how do you handle conflicts with team members?
So it's less about whether you've had conflicts in the past and more about how you approach them.
Yeah, because let's be real, everyone disagrees sometimes.
Yeah, it's going to happen.
It's about navigating those situations professionally.
Yeah,
So no pretending you're perfect and have never had a disagreement.
No.
Okay, good.
Choose an example where you had a real conflict. Explain how you approached it. How did you communicate effectively? How did you find common ground? How did you reach a resolution?
What if it wasn't really resolved, though?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, sometimes things just don't work out perfectly.
Right. Well, even if the outcome wasn't ideal, you can still show what you learned from that whole experience
Okay.
and how you might approach similar situations differently in the future.
So it's about growth,
Yeah.
taking ownership,
Yeah, and showing that you can learn from mistakes.
and be a better team member because of it.
Exactly.
Okay, safety. Obviously, huge concern in this field.
Oh, yeah, big one.
How should someone approach the question, how do you ensure that safety regulations are followed in the workplace?
Okay, this is where you really prove that you not only understand those rules, but the reasons behind them.
Oh, that's a good point.
It's about showing that you are genuinely committed to safety.
Not just compliance, but like actually caring about it.
Yes, exactly, because nobody wants to work with someone who's reckless, right? Or just dismissive of those safety protocols.
Nope, definitely not.
So don't just say, I follow the rules. Talk about specific actions. Like maybe you double check the safety equipment. You proactively point out potential hazards to your colleagues. Or you take the time to properly train new team members on those safety procedures.
It shows you're looking out for everyone, not just yourself.
Exactly.
Now, if you've ever had to speak up about a safety concern, it's a powerful story to share. It shows you're willing to put safety first.
Yeah, it shows integrity.
And leadership.
Now, let's shift gears a bit to customer service.
Cool.
You might get a question like, how do you handle a situation where a client is not satisfied with the product?
Ooh, that's a tough one.
Yeah.
Nobody likes dealing with unhappy customers.
It happens, though.
But it's a reality in any job where you're dealing with clients.
True. And what they're really looking for here is your ability to stay calm, professional, that solution-oriented mindset, even under pressure.
Okay, so how do you walk that tightrope?
Well, start by acknowledging the client's concerns,
Okay.
empathize with their situation. Don't get defensive or dismissive, even if you think their complaint is unreasonable.
That's so important. Validate those feelings, even if you don't necessarily agree with them.
Right, and then you got to outline the steps you would take
Okay.
to investigate the issue, find those potential solutions, and make sure that client feels heard and respected.
Even if you can't solve the problem right away, having that clear process goes a long way.
It shows you're taking it seriously,
Yeah.
that you're committed to finding that resolution.
Okay, let's switch gears again. Problem solving.
Okay, love it.
Common question. What is the most challenging project you have worked on as a precast molder?
Ooh, good one.
What are they really getting at with this one?
They're looking for your problem-solving skills, seeing how you think on your feet. They want to hear about a time you faced a real obstacle and how you tackled it.
So it's not about bragging.
No.
It's about how you handle those setbacks.
Exactly. So choose a project where you faced a genuine challenge. Explain the specific obstacles, then walk them through that thought process. How did you analyze the problem? What solutions did you consider?
And ultimately, how did you reach a successful outcome?
Right. It's about turning that challenge into a story that highlights your resilience.
Yeah, that you can solve those problems.
And even if the project didn't turn out perfectly, that's okay.
Okay, good.
What matters is that you learned from it
Grew from it.
and can apply those lessons to future challenges.
Okay, I'm curious about this next one. How do you stay up to date with industry trends and advances in technology? Seems simple.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like there's more to it
There is.
than meets the eye.
It's about showing that you're genuinely interested in the work, that you're committed to learning and growing your skills.
So interviewers want to see that you're not just content with how things are.
Right.
You're looking to improve.
You're actively seeking out ways to do that.
So how do you show that passion?
Be specific about how you stay informed. Maybe you subscribe to industry publications, you follow people on social media, you participate in, online forums or communities.
Well, beyond just doing your job.
Yeah, you're engaged.
You're part of that precast molding community.
Exactly. And if you've taken the initiative to learn a new technique or experiment with a new material on your own time.
Oh, yeah, definitely mention that.
Bring it up.
It shows that genuine curiosity, eagerness to learn.
It's about showing that you're not just looking for a job. You're looking to actually contribute to the field.
That's a great way to put it.
Yeah.
Okay, now, organization, time management, a lot of job descriptions talk about managing multiple projects.
Oh, for sure.
So I'm guessing interviewers will ask about that. Something like,
Yeah.
how do you manage and prioritize multiple projects?
Absolutely. This is where you get to show off those organizational skills.
Yeah.
They want to see that you can handle a lot, without getting overwhelmed or dropping the ball.
So how do you showcase those skills?
Be ready to walk them through your process.
Okay.
Do you use a to-do list, a project management app, a combination of different methods? Whatever your system is, explain it clearly and concisely.
And what about those unexpected curveballs?
Yeah.
Things always come up. How do you adapt when things change?
Choose an example where you had to juggle multiple deadlines, maybe deal with a last-minute change,
Right.
or even take on an unexpected project.
Okay.
Explain how you assess the situation, reprioritized your tasks, and how you communicated with your team.
So staying calm under pressure.
Yeah.
Adapting to those changing circumstances.
Exactly. And if you have any experience delegating tasks or collaborating with others to manage those workloads, mention that too.
Yeah. Shows you understand teamwork.
It does.
All right, last question for this part of our deep dive.
Okay.
How do you mentor and train new employees? Now, I know this seems like it's more for senior roles, but is it something entry-level candidates should think about too?
Absolutely. Even if you don't have that formal mentoring experience, you can still highlight those situations where you've helped colleagues or taken on a leadership role, maybe in a team project.
Okay, so it's about that willingness to share your knowledge.
Yeah, help others grow.
So even if you're new to the field, you can still show those leadership qualities.
Exactly.
Okay, think about those moments where you provided guidance, explained a process, helped someone develop a new skill, highlight that positive impact you had.
Yeah, maybe you helped a colleague improve their efficiency or gain a new level of confidence in their abilities.
I like that a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a great way to wrap up this first part of our deep dive.
Awesome.
We've covered a lot of ground, but we're not done yet.
Nope.
In part 2, we're going to dive deeper into those insights from RoleCatcher's Career Guide for Precast Molders.
Yeah, looking forward to that.
And we're going to explore how their AI can help you tailor your answers, even get that personalized feedback.
Can't wait.
Stay tuned.
All right. Welcome back. We just went over a ton of common interview questions.
Yeah, but there's always more to learn, right?
Always, especially when it comes to a specific field like, precast molding.
That's where those RoleCatcher career guides are so helpful.
Oh, yeah.
I was looking through the Precast Moulder guide, and that section on career stages was really impressive.
It's so useful to see that breakdown of the typical responsibilities and skills you need for each level.
Yeah.
Like entry level, junior, senior roles.
It gives you a clear picture of where you fit in, and even more importantly, where you could be headed.
It's like a roadmap for your career.
Oh,
and it can help you so much when you're putting together those answers for your interview.
For example, if you're going for a senior role,
right,
you're going to want to highlight those leadership and mentorship skills we talked about.
Absolutely. And even if you're just starting out, understanding those higher level skills can help you focus your learning. You can be strategic about your career growth.
Okay, that makes sense.
And the guide also gives you some great insights into the industry itself.
Oh, yeah. Like what?
Well, for example, it talks about the growing demand for precast concrete in those sustainable building practices.
Oh, that's a great point.
Right.
Especially if the company is all about sustainability.
Yeah, weave that into your answers.
This shows you're not just skilled, but you get the bigger picture.
You see how your work fits in.
How it contributes to a more sustainable future.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, speaking of connecting the dots, let's talk about RoleCatcher's AI features.
Okay, those are so cool.
I know I've been playing around with them. They're seriously impressive.
The way it can analyze those job descriptions and just pinpoint the most relevant skills is a game changer.
It's like having a personal interview coach in your pocket.
Totally.
So instead of giving these generic answers, you can tailor everything to each specific role.
Exactly.
So let's say a job description is really emphasizing precision and attention to detail. You can use the AI to pull out those specific examples from your experience that highlight that.
Perfect.
And then there's that feedback feature. It's amazing.
Oh, it's so helpful.
It helps you refine your wording and make sure you're hitting all the key points that employers are looking for.
Like having a second set of eyes on your answers.
Yeah, making sure they're clear, concise, impactful.
And you know what's really cool?
What?
Even if you're a seasoned professional, you can still benefit from that kind of personalized feedback.
I guess you can always improve, right?
Oh, yeah. It can help you see those blind spots, maybe areas where you can strengthen your answers.
Makes sense. It's all about putting your best foot forward no matter how much experience you have.
Exactly. And speaking of preparation, the RoleCatcher guides, they really emphasize how important it is to practice your answers.
Oh, couldn't agree more. The more you practice, the more confident you'll be on the big day.
It's about getting comfortable talking about your experience and your skills. So when you're in that interview, you can articulate your value.
clearly and concisely.
Yes, and don't just memorize your answers.
Oh, right.
You want to sound natural.
Yes.
Like you're having a conversation. So practice explaining those experiences in your own words.
Think of it as telling your story, but in a way that highlights those strengths.
Right. Show them why you're the best person for that job.
And don't forget about enthusiasm.
Oh, yeah.
Let that passion shine through.
Enthusiasm is contagious.
It is.
It shows the interviewer that you're genuinely excited about that opportunity.
All right, before we wrap up this part, I want to encourage everyone listening to check out RoleCatcher's free resources.
Yes, do it.
The career guides and interview guides we've been talking about, they're gold mines of information.
And even if you're not looking for a job right now, it's never too early to start thinking about your career goals.
Right, how you're going to achieve them.
These resources can help you figure out those potential career paths, explore different industries, put together a plan.
So whether you're just starting out or you're a seasoned pro, there's something for everyone. Okay, in the final part of our deep dive, we're going to shift gears a little.
Okay.
Talk about the bigger picture, your long-term career goals, and how precast molding can be a springboard for achieving those. All right, so we've talked about acing that interview, but ultimately it's about finding a role where you can really thrive, build a career you're actually happy with.
It's not just about getting the job.
Right.
It's about where that job can take you, what you can do with it.
And I think RoleCatcher really gets that.
Yeah, they do.
That career compass tool of theirs is fantastic for exploring different paths.
It's so cool.
And seeing where your skills could take you.
Yeah, like what do you want to do? Where do you want to go? They can kind of help you figure it out.
It's like a GPS for your career,
I love that.
You put in your skills, your interests. It suggests related roles, industries, even training programs.
It's great.
That can help you get there.
And it's all based on real data, right?
Oh, yeah. It's connected to real-world data.
So you can see, like, salary ranges, the job outlook, even read what other people are saying about those jobs.
Understand accounts from people actually working in those fields.
Yeah, so helpful.
It takes the guesswork out of career planning.
It does.
You can see what's possible and start making a plan.
A real plan.
So, as we wrap up this deep dive, I want you all listening to think about your long-term vision.
Yeah. Where do you see yourself?
In 5 years.
What, 10 years?
What skills do you want to have? What kind of impact do you want to make?
Big questions.
They are, but they're worth thinking about.
They really are.
Because when you know where you want to go, you can start making choices that get you closer to that.
Absolutely.
And precast molding can be a launch pad for so many different paths.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
You can specialize in a certain type of precast concrete, move into a management role.
Yeah.
You could even start your own business.
The possibilities are endless.
Really are.
And the skills you learn doing this work. Problem solving, attention to detail, teamwork, those are valuable everywhere.
In any field, really.
Exactly. So whether you're just starting out or you're already experienced, don't limit yourself. Think big.
Think big.
Explore those options. Never stop learning.
Never stop learning. That's a great message to end on.
It is.
We hope you guys found this deep dive
inspiring.
Remember, with the right preparation
and a clear vision for your future,
you can achieve anything.
Anything you set your mind to.
And don't forget to check out those RoleCatcher resources.
Yeah, they're awesome.
They can really help you through that whole job search process.
And help you build a career that you love.
Absolutely. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
Thanks, everyone.
Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and keep diving deep.